On this episode, we recap a packed Disney trip featuring Blizzard Beach, the EPCOT Passholder Lounge, a stay at Meliá Orlando, Banana Ball at ESPN, and new Bluey menu items at Animal Kingdom. Today's June 2nd, 2026. This is episode 874 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey guys!
If you want to be part of the community and join the conversation, get the latest theme park news, as well as live streams from the parks and resorts, head to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic, and on TikTok at MSM Podcast.
Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times just downright frustrating. But don't worry, because Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.
Are you ready for your bucket list trip? Our trusted partner, MEI Travel, will handle the planning so you can focus on the memories. They offer free vacation planning services and have nearly 20 years of experience creating memorable vacations. Visit mainstmagic.com/travel for a fee-free, no-obligation quote today.
So yes, everything that Jeremy just read, we did in a day and a half, I guess. A night and a day?
A day. I mean, 24
day.
hours. We went down, we went down Friday. We arrived at Blizzard Beach around 10:30. Mm-hmm. And I want to say at 11:30 on Saturday, we were heading home after a quick morning in Animal Kingdom.
Okay,
so
sounds about right.
25 hours we're going to go through. We tried some new items, some new food items, both new to us and new to...
to work as much as we
did.
Yeah,
this wasn't going to be. We originally...
But it just worked out that way.
It did. Yeah. The original plan was, hey, let's go to Blizzard Beach on the way down. Mm-hmm. We were going to meet up with some friends real quick at EPCOT, which we knew we couldn't be there long. Check in at Meliá.
Right. And then go to Banana Ball.
Yeah, go to Banana Ball. And then kind of thought we'd probably get up Saturday, head home. But we decided to go to Animal Kingdom and do a few things. So that's all what we're going to talk about. Before we dive into that, the Main Street Magic community is back on Facebook.
Woohoo!
It is a new community. My 2 weeks of dealing with support with Meta and Facebook was just about as useful as if I had only spent 5 minutes dealing with them. Worst support I've ever encountered in my entire life. I will say that. So I have some thoughts about Meta at the moment. I won't share those. I'll save those for another time in my own way. But we did create a brand new Main Street Magic community. You can go out, search for it, and go ahead and find us. You can go to the Main Street Magic Facebook page, the main business page, which luckily we still have control of. And you can find a link there. Go to mainstmagic.com, subscribe to the email list right up top there, because we are going to start sending weekly emails, and we'll have the information for this in it as well. I also was able, I lost my entire personal account from 20 years, just gone. Bye-bye. Now, what is so frustrating is that they took all of that away from me in an instant because of a hacker.
Right.
Yet I had to jump through every hoop possible to create a new one. So it's like, it just blows my mind that they can make it so difficult for someone to create a new Facebook account, yet they make it so easy for a hacker to take everything away from you.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Sorry.
So let's dive right in, though. On our way down, and we would do this a lot during the summers because we have added the sports package, water park package to our annual passes.
Which is only $100.
Yeah, $99 a person per year. Right.
So, I mean, if we use it 2 or 3 times?
2 times.
2 times.
Yep.
2 times. That's it.
Yeah. And what I love, we tried last year originally when we renewed to not add this on.
We did.
Because we thought we're going to look at taking advantage of the free water park on your arrival day.
Correct.
We usually stay on Disney property.
Yep.
Most of the time that we were going to the water parks, it was on our arrival day. Kind of like, hey, let's hit the water parks. We can get there around 10 a.m. We usually stay till about noon, maybe 1 the latest, and then we'd go over to the resort. So we thought that would work well, and we lasted, 2 months? And we were like,
yeah, because
no, we like this flexibility, right?
Right, because I think it was one of those days where you were like, we could have gone to a water park, but we can't because we're not, it's not check-in day. And then I don't remember when you were just like, all right, we're done.
Let's go at it.
Let's go at it. And we did, which was really cool that you could.
Yes.
But, and again, we were staying, like he said earlier, at Meliá.
Yeah. So
we were not staying on Disney property. So, it was just neat to check, go straight in
and we wouldn't have had this option at all,
right.
So we decided to do that. Obviously during the summer months now, you can take advantage of the check-in day, and that does work for a lot of folks. But as Rhonda was just saying, it was the first time it was like, just say we checked in on a Friday and we were like, well, we don't have time for the water park today. And we woke up Saturday morning and we're like, man, today'd be a cool time to do the water park. Yep. And we couldn't. So that's why we added, and like Rhonda said, 2 trips and you've made your money back.
Yeah.
So we already got 1 down.
Yep.
Right. So we decided to go to Blizzard Beach because right now both of the water parks are open.
Yes.
This is rare. This doesn't happen a lot anymore, but we've got this for a few months. And we usually do Typhoon Lagoon. That's just been the one that's been open most recently when we've gone. So we wanted to check out Blizzard. I want to say new first reactions because I'm thinking we haven't stepped foot in Blizzard Beach in 2 years.
It's been a long time.
If not a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about Blizzard Beach?
I think we're both. Time we stepped in foot, we had clothes on, because it was too cold.
It was February.
And it was too cold for us.
Yes.
And they had the new baby water stuff for the kids
play area
that we kind of got kicked out of.
Well, okay, don't say we kind of got kicked out of.
We went to look around and the cast member was like, do you have children? And was like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
So that's kind of kicked out.
A little bit, but you made it sound like we were fully clothed and all of a sudden maybe we weren't fully clothed. And they're like, no, you can't do that.
But we went to go look and report on it / I love Frozen.
Yeah.
And I was a little sad, and I remember speaking very nicely to the cast member and said, oh, we were just looking at, the new stuff. And he was like, kind of like, okay, but you got to get out.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh.
Which is a good thing overall. You don't need a bunch of adults hanging out in there without children.
Right.
But it also was February and nobody was in there.
Right. It was just fun to look at.
So my guess is that was probably potentially February of 2024.
Okay.
So we're talking over 2 years.
Okay.
So new impressions, or I guess your re-impressions of Blizzard Beach. I think we both know Typhoon Lagoon pretty well.
Yes.
I've said this all the time. Volcano Bay is the best water park in Orlando.
Yeah.
Typhoon Lagoon is my favorite.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Yeah. So what do you think of Blizzard Beach?
It was good as always. It was smaller. I feel like
it felt small.
It did. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Everything. It felt like it was a tiny park.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair with everything we're about to say, we went there with the intention of just hanging out for a short time.
100%.
Of doing the lazy river, of going in their pool area or whatever you want to call it, which is not a wave pool, but it's
wavy. It goes wavy.
It's
wavy.
more like
it's not.
It's more like being out in the middle of the ocean as opposed to being on the shore. You know what I mean? Where there's just a constant small swells, as opposed to actual waves,
right?
The way that Typhoon Lagoon does it, which is what you would get on the shore or whatever.
I started to say it's a wave pool compared to a tsunami pool.
There you go. That's probably.
I mean, that wave is a 6-foot wave from Typhoon.
Yeah, it's something like that. That thing is no joke.
I believe it is.
Yeah, so everything just felt smaller. So we didn't do slides. We didn't do things like that. We did the lazy river. We did some treats we're going to talk about.
We sat right in front. So this was the nice thing, in my opinion. I was a little curious when we were getting there at almost 11, 10:35, 10:45, somewhere around there. So it's almost been open for an hour. I was nervous because I thought, well, first I wasn't really nervous because I was like, oh, well, they're both open.
Yeah.
There should be plenty of seating.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, I was like, this, for being first of all, This was a Friday morning. Second of all, it was almost 11. It's been open an hour. I thought the parking lot looked pretty normal, like busy wise. So I was nervous going in. But yeah, we actually didn't have a problem finding a couple of seats.
No.
Literally
Right on the water.
Right on the water.
Yep.
And that was nice just to kind of sit.
Yeah.
And,
I love Typhoon Lagoon so much more than Blizzard Beach. I just do. Blizzard Beach doesn't feel as convenient.
Yeah.
Like when you need to go, if you want to go check out the shops, they're back near the entrance.
Yeah.
Lottawada Lodge is the main dining establishment. There's some snack places throughout. You can get some other things, some pizza and some hot dogs. But that's like their main establishment. Like it. I mean, to be honest, it really is set up like a ski resort.
Yeah. In
that sense, which isn't that convenient.
True.
So and it just felt so small. I still love it. I think the theming is fabulous. I love Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah.
Everything about it. And it feels more open. This does feel very secluded, of course. But, if here's the thing, if you look at your options, Blizzard Beach to me has more for the younger kids. Whereas Typhoon Lagoon is built for the older kids and adults.
100%.
And I think that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Theming aside, size aside, food options aside. If you have kids that are probably 8 and under, you should go to Blizzard Beach. If you have kids that are 9, maybe and older, maybe you even want to get into those more of the preteens a little bit higher in there, I think Typhoon Lagoon is the way to go. If only one of them is open, that's the one you should go to because they are both really, really great water parks.
Yeah.
So we knew we were going to head over to EPCOT to meet up with some friends and check out the Passholder Lounge there in Morocco. So we didn't really have any eating plans, I would say, for the day.
No.
And so we decided to completely bypass any sort of lunch meal. And we were focused on getting some ice cream, and we went to Icy Expeditions. So Icy Expeditions, you get it? But it's like I.C. Period. Brilliant. All right, what did we have there, and what were our thoughts?
Well, they had what is called a S'mores Churro and a strawberry shortcake. The S'mores Churro is churro pieces topped with graham cracker crumbs, marshmallow, whipped cream, chocolate sauce, and toasted mini marshmallows for $9.29. Now, these are churro pieces, and when we ordered this, the woman actually asked, it's going to be about 10 minutes. Is that okay? And I look at Jeremy, and I'm like, well, we don't have anything else to do. Sure.
And, so, hey, they're fresh.
Yeah, I was very excited
about that.
That's the great part.
And that was going to make a difference when we get down to how they tasted.
And then we got the strawberry shortcake, which was a vanilla cake, strawberry puree, and Dole Whip strawberry and vanilla swirl topped with whipped cream and a cherry for $7.59. Now, I believe the churro pieces, did we count 12 of them?
Yeah. And these are what? Inch and a half long.
Each.
Yeah. So it's a good portion. It comes in a long cardboard little boat.
Yeah, because then they're not just thrown like they are. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, it's not like it's in a bowl. They're spread out. So basically what's going to happen is these pieces, when you have the graham crackers, the marshmallow whipped cream, chocolate sauce, and mini marshmallows, each piece is going to equally get distribution.
Yeah.
Because they're all laid out basically next to each other. Yeah.
And you could eat it with a spoon.
Yes, you actually can, which is nice because it's the small pieces.
Yeah.
And you kind of need to because it's messy.
Yeah.
You got the marshmallows on top. You got the sauce. Or fork, yeah. So what did you think of the s'mores
I loved
churros?
It. The pieces were fantastic. Mm-hmm. It was fresh. It was soft in the middle.
Yep, but crispy on the outside.
Oh, my goodness. And it was nice and light because it wasn't just drenched in graham cracker crumbs, marshmallow whipped cream, and chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like for that hot summer morning, like it didn't feel like disgusting and kind of like, why am I eating this?
And the churro was still the star of the show.
Yes, it was.
And after having that drumstick churro over at Food by Swedish Chef outside of Muppets, Rock and Roller Coaster, and now these ones.
Maybe we need to try I
mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Just a regular churro.
The thing is here with both of these, they're very fresh. With the ones that we had, they're very fresh. Mm-hmm. The churro ones are being made off site, brought in. They're sitting under a heat lamp.
Yeah.
And I think that's now, they don't have the time inside of just say Magic Kingdom at the Cinderella Castle hub to be frying fresh churros to order. I
Right.
get it. But these were outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these to me were what you might get over at a Nomad or a Three Bridges.
Yeah.
I
100%.
I absolutely love them. And I would rather, if there's a way, you know, to have more of these options. And I know they'll do a lot of churros, specialty churros for different events.
Maybe they'll do like the pieces and do like
I'd
the
love to see
chicken.
pieces. Oh, dude, yeah. Do the churros like you're doing the chicken tenders right now.
Yep.
You know, have different churros all over property. Put them
If
at
Disney's listening.
Yeah, well, put them at resorts. Put them at places that have an active fryer that can be used as a dessert station, and make sure that you're frying them as fresh as you can.
Yeah.
You know, so when they handed ours, we watched them pull them out of the
Oh,
fryer.
yeah.
We watched them toss them in sugar.
It was awesome.
Now, if these had been pre-fried and brought from another location, sitting under a heat lamp, maybe they wouldn't have been as good. But this was the way to do it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the strawberry shortcake. First, I love how the woman behind us ordered it, which was, I want the strawberry shortcake, but all I want is the strawberry Dole Whip. So she just got a cup of strawberry
It
Dole
was
Whip.
hysterical.
Because that wasn't an actual option on the menu.
Correct.
You could get it in a cone, which you could get vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry, or some sorts of swirls in a cone.
Okay.
So I don't know, and I'm not sure what the price difference was. I don't know if it would have
That's
made more
funny.
sense if she said, I want a cone of strawberry Dole Whip, but just put it in a cup.
Yeah.
But it was just funny. She's like, yeah, I would like the strawberry shortcake, but I don't want the vanilla cake, and I don't want the strawberry puree, and I don't want the whipped cream cherry or the vanilla. And the guy was like, so you just want strawberry Dole Whip? She's like, yes. Have at it, lady. What did you think of this? This comes in, if you're familiar with the kids' plastic
Yes.
cups that have the characters around them, which would show you normally that it's a non-alcoholic beverage.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they're serving it in. It is lined. I mean, it's stacked like a trifle, I guess, kind of, except only one layer of each in the sense of it's got the cake on the bottom.
Yes, I wish they would have put, because what they do is they put the cake in it and then they take and pound it down and then put more
That's what they call it, pound cake. It's not. It's because there's like a pound of each ingredient. But I just
okay. We're talking about the strawberry and vanilla swirl Dole Whip. They take, and they pump some in, pound it down, pump some more in, pound it down, and then pump some more, a little bit in, and then do the whipped cream and cherry. I think it would be best if it was like a trifle where they put the cake at the bottom, put some in, pound it down, put a little more cake in, and it can be smaller. It doesn't have to be it could be half the size. They could cut every single one in half and then put some more on top. And then I think that would have been but this was absolutely
wonderful.
so good.
I loved it.
So refreshing.
Yeah.
On a hot day like that, it was just so good.
It's an almost
get both of
perfect
these
strawberry
again.
shortcake.
Yeah.
It has all those flavors of summer. It has all those flavors of sitting by the pool. There's no fresh strawberries in this, but it tastes fresh. It tastes like you're having a real strawberry shortcake. I think the other option they could do, because this is a true
the
vanilla.
puree.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe that's made with some fresh strawberries
sure it is.
somewhere.
Somewhere.
I think it does
At
have
some
seeds in
point.
it. I feel like so.
There was little pieces of
Was there little pieces of
Yes, you
seeds and
didn't-
stuff in it? No, I was just eating
Okay.
it. I wasn't looking at it. I eat with my eyes closed. No, the only other way I think they could make it better, because this was a true piece of vanilla cake, which are very soft, is if it used actual pound cake and cut them into small cubes and had them super cold, and then had that again, but layered the way you were saying. Do a little bit of that. Do your Dole Whip.
I
do
thought
your
it was
whipped cream.
perfect.
But they don't have to change it, and I would get it again still.
Yeah.
Did you say the price of these?
I believe so. S'mores churros were $9.29 and the strawberry shortcake was $7.59. I will
Both
say
priced perfectly, by the way. I
yes,
think.
and getting both of these together, I would say if you're not going to get both of these together, when you get a S'mores churro, I would ask if you could get probably a side, and I don't know how they would charge you or do
I'm going
this,
to charge you $7.59.
of
what they're probably
vanilla
gonna do.
ice,
Yeah.
vanilla soft serve.
Yeah, I think they're going to charge you $7.59.
Because when you took a bite of the strawberry shortcake and then took a bite of the churros, like it was fantastic. So the next time, if I was like, I just want one thing, and I was like, I'm going to stick with the S'mores churro, I would totally ask
Get
for
a side
vanilla
of ice cream.
Heck yeah.
I agree. And I think they could build
Especially
almost
now.
a s'mores churro sundae out of this as well.
Ooh. Ooh.
right? That would be super good. Yeah. And you don't have to put it in the same cup. You could do it in a small bowl, but you put s'mores on the bottom, exactly almost the way they're done, with a scoop of ice cream or a dollop of ice cream on top. Would be outstanding. So we enjoyed our lazy river.
Yep.
We enjoyed a little bit of the wave swell pool, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
We enjoyed our treats, and then we were going to head out, and we ran into a wonderful listener.
Actually, we were just walking out, and I hear, is that Rhonda and Jeremy? And then her voice, I actually thought, oh, we're going to turn around and like know this person.
Yeah.
But it was the first time meeting Susie and her sweet little daughter that just graduated kindergarten. Oh my God, she was adorable.
Days.
I know. Those were the days. And then Susie, I wanted to say sorry. I almost didn't recognize you in your not bathing suit and sunglasses when we saw you at Animal Kingdom.
The next morning.
Yeah.
We passed on the way into
we
Pandora.
Did, and I was like, oh, yeah. And we passed so quick. I was like, Susie.
Yeah.
And so.
It's one of those times where 10 seconds later, our brains were both
yep.
like, oh, yeah, that's
Yep.
right. But thank you so much for saying hello. It was wonderful to meet you.
That.
Hope you had an awesome weekend celebrating your daughter's graduation from kindergarten, because blink
by quick.
and they're graduating from high school.
Yeah, it goes by so quick.
So we decided to head over to EPCOT. We're meeting up with some friends, and we said, hey, let's meet over at the new, the reintroduced Passholder Lounge. This is available in Morocco at Restaurant Marrakesh in the back, what used to be Restaurant Marrakesh, right?
Yes.
This is available from May 1st until July 31st. It is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. This is pass holders only. Unlike a DVC, there are no guests allowed.
No guests.
So you are going to, and it's not a ton of space in there, so it's understandable. There's going to maybe be a short line out front. It's going to move quickly as they're counting guests in and out, and you are going to show them not only your pass holder, they can scan your phone, your Magic Band, your key card, whatever, and you're going to show them your ID to go along with it, and they're going to let you right in there.
Yep.
For folks that maybe aren't familiar with Restaurant Marrakesh, it's the same inside.
Yeah.
There's a couple little pass holder additions. There's some tile work and some banners.
Yeah, it's cute.
Which makes me believe even more this should be year round.
It's got the Aladdin's magic lamp in there
for a great photo pass
they
opportunity.
Had photo pass people,
Yep.
So that was fantastic. I'm gonna say too, when I'm sure people right now are, what? You can't bring a guest? What if I'm a pass holder and I'm go with my blah blah blah?
No blah blah blah.
You gotta think about this.
You sounded like Adam Sandler is Dracula in Hotel Transylvania.
You got to think about this is going from every single pass holder.
Yes, yeah.
Tier, not just, Incredipass. This is for everyone. So, those Pixie Pass holders that can only go during the week, they can get in here. And,
Monday through Friday.
Right. But I'm saying that they can. Mm-hmm. So there's just so many pass holders in the world.
And not enough room.
They can't. There's not. So
there's a little station set up. It's great. There's wonderful seating. It is air conditioned. It's really great. There is
out of the heat.
Yeah. There's a little station set up where you can get Moroccan mint tea hot.
That was weird.
Which, man, it is summer. I know it's air conditioned inside, and you got water available too. But dude, make this the iced Moroccan tea, or have ice on hand. Yeah. That we could get a cup of ice. But anyway, that's just the tiniest little thing.
Little tip: get a cup of ice
on the way out and bring it in.
Go.
That's what we'll do next time.
Yep.
You've got some rolled gold pretzels that are included, and you have these little no nut dried fruit things. Cool. Yeah. So no nuts, so allergy for that. I'm not sure, but I would assume they're probably gluten. They're probably good for gluten too, maybe. Those dried fruits.
Oh, I would assume so.
I don't know. As long as they're not like
the rolled gold ones are.
Well, they're pretzels, so they will not be. They're not gluten-free.
Necessarily.
But these were not gluten-free ones.
Okay.
Man, gluten-free has some good pretzels.
They
Sometimes
do.
gluten-free pretzels are better than the real deal.
What's the green package one?
With the twist?
Yes.
We buy those, the gluten-free on purpose as opposed to the regular one because they're better. So what are your thoughts, Rhonda, on one, this only being open during the summer, and two, it being maybe available to all tiers, and three, it only being available in EPCOT?
Well, I think this is more of your thoughts, but I will speak your thoughts.
Well, you can say your own thoughts and I'll add what I think. You can whatever. Yeah, I can add my own.
Well, I just know we were talking, off script or whatever you call it, and off the record.
Yeah.
And I think they should do it year round.
Agreed.
And I kind of think that maybe if it's, because I don't want to be like, well, it should just be for top tier passes. That's not fair. But I think maybe just like the Pixie Pass that can only do it during the week and can't go on the weekends and stuff like that, I think there should be major blockout times for them as well. Just kind of like
in addition to their blockout park dates. Like obviously, they're going to be blocked out just say during a major holiday, but you're thinking there's other times in addition that it could be.
Maybe like, I mean, I don't know how this would be and how annoying it would be. Cause then it's like, do you do something like, well, Pixie can do from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
My point is that, again, and I know that Disney literally doesn't want, the whole point is, well, if I, spent this much and you spent this much, we basically, we're in it together and we spent the same.
Yeah.
But you're not.
But you didn't.
Yeah. It's that was a long, long time ago and things have changed. And, if I'm staying at All-Star and you're staying at Poly, yes, you should get more perks and stuff.
Right.
So I feel the exact same as for the passes.
Right.
Just, we've always said it, take what Universal does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Universal has a pay-to-play system with their pass holders, and I think it's understandable. And that's not us trying to sit up on a high horse saying, "Well, we have Incredipass." We have Incredipass for good reason. We have this podcast. We go all the time. We go during holidays.
And
we can't really afford to have blackout dates. But over at Universal, when you look at their pass holder tiers, they do treat it based on that, the perks. And I don't think there's a problem with that at Disney. There should be that way.
I agree.
Like you just said, most everyone is okay with going, well, the people who are staying at All-Star shouldn't get the same perks as the people that are staying at Poly.
100%.
Okay. Then why is that not the same for pass holders?
Right.
Especially when Disney forces out-of-state pass holders to only get a certain pass holder.
Yeah.
You're forcing them into the most expensive pass holder. Maybe you should give them more perks.
Yeah.
Maybe the out-of-state folks should have that, So that's kind of my thoughts there. Available May 1st through July 31st. Come on, make this year-round.
Yeah.
You have the space for it. Until you're going to do something with Restaurant Marrakesh, you have this space for it. I do love that this feels like a space that is dedicated and made for it. Remember when they did the little Passholder Lounge over in the Land, right next to Living with the Land? And it was that tiny little seated area in between the queue and Sunshine Seasons.
Yeah.
That felt like, we just had to do something for you because this feels like a dedicated space that was created for pass holders.
Yes.
I love that. Put this at every park the way that you have the DVC lounges. Yeah. Now, I get that you could look and go, well, DVC maybe spends a considerable amount more, of 100%. Course, because you are literally buying another mortgage. But I still think that there's a way to do it. And, it would also be okay. I could see it saying, look, it's only open Thursday through Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then that almost helps your tiers because you know that Pixie Pass can only go in Thursday and Friday. That might not make sense to staff it and have it open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Have it open on weekends. Then that really does give a benefit to the higher passes, to those tiers. But have one in every single park. I still, pass holders not only spend a lot of money, and I just don't think Disney gets this yet. Pass holders spend a lot of money on their passes. They also spend a lot of money going to Disney. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about us. I'm still talking about the pass holders who decide, you know what? We're out of state, but we go to Disney 3 times a year. We spend a total of 12 to 15 park days a year. It makes sense financially for us to get a pass. They're coming there. I bet a lot of them are staying on property. They're buying the merch. They're going to the parties and paying extra. They're dining. You know, they are spending money. I think you can you can give them some added benefits. So that's our thoughts on the EPCOT Passholder Lounge. Brought to you by those little fruit things, because they were really good, actually. I like them not having little nuts in it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
All right, so from there, we had a very short window that we're going to head over to Meliá. So this is in Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
This is, if you were coming off of Big 192, where like Animal Kingdom and Wide World of Sports and all are, it's pretty much like right down that road across on the other side of I-4 on the right side there.
Yeah.
We are familiar with Meliá. We have done Main Street 16 stuff with them. It was our host hotel 2 years ago. We did a Friday night trivia there in their backyard. It's a wonderful little hotel and resort area. Amy can book these for you with MEI Travel.
Yep.
The rate was just perfect for us. So that was one of the reasons we did it, because nothing else on property. We knew we really just needed a place to lay our head.
Yeah, because the main focus of this entire trip was the banana ball.
Yes, it was. How would you rate or describe Meliá? Is this, we haven't had the best of luck with off-property lately. This does have a resort fee of $36 per night.
Yeah.
It's got a beautiful pool.
Yeah.
It's got the backyard, which is like an outdoor kind of covered bar area that does serve food. They have the Wilson, which is the restaurant there. They do have suites that you can get, which is super nice. So if you need more space or you have a larger family,
Sweets like that. I thought you meant like sweets. Like I was like, what?
No, I'm sure you can get ice cream and chocolate and stuff. The price is usually pretty dang good, even when you have to add that $36 resort fee.
Yeah, yeah, and for what we got, a king, and the room was actually
very
spacious and nice, and I felt pretty clean. It's older.
It is. It feels a little bit older.
It needs to be,
but
I would say it needs to be refurbed, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds,
it doesn't feel as old as, for example, the Renaissance or the Holiday Inn and all at Disney Springs, where you feel like the room has gotten smaller over the years from painting. Like this doesn't feel. It feels older, but not dated. Kind of. Does that make a little bit of sense?
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there's no carpet in there. It's all hardwood, I guess you call it, or, that other stuff.
The vinyl.
Yeah. But it's got, let's see, I said no carpet at all, which could be a little disappointing because, like, I don't know.
Sound is the only reason I can think.
Yeah, but, anyways,
I liked the room.
It was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was a great room. It was a perfect spot.
We slept good. Yeah, we
slept good.
Air.
I thought the bed was nice and comfy.
Yes,
I thought the pillows were good.
Yes.
I thought the bathroom area was very spacious. I know you got to keep tubs in places for kids a lot of times, but I think if they did a real true refurb, they could put a very large walk-in shower in there and still have plenty of space for a sink, toilet, all that. So I enjoyed it. I think this is one that would go up on our radar as far as off property. If the difference is,
it really wasn't that far.
No, and if the difference is this for $160 all in with the resort fee, just say for a night, or an All-Stars around $200, this might be. When you consider when you consider where All-Stars located.
Yeah.
In the distance, this is so easy to get to. In fact, it was a very easy trip, other than the nightly surge pricing, to Uber to and from Wide World of Sports for, like Rhonda said, the main reason we came, which was Banana Ball.
Yes.
So this is the Loco Beach Coconuts and the Party Animals. They were playing on 2 nights, Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th. And again, I'm not crazy familiar with Banana Ball. I think most people have heard of the Savannah Bananas. Who is the main team, that is the biggest draw. First of all, Savannah Bananas are selling out like Ohio State football stadium with 100,000 people. This is a very hard ticket to get. Now, the Savannah Bananas were not playing here, but this was Loco Beach Coconuts and Party Animals. And what they're doing right now is this tour. Yeah. It's kind of this tour. They go major cities. They kind of introduce new teams. They introduce Banana Ball to folks. And they were doing this with this new deal with Disney. We have a wonderful listener, now friend, Caitlin and her husband, Andrew, who had extra tickets that they offered to us, which was the only way we could get in. I did not win the lottery. I put in for it.
And so did Tina.
Yep. So did
because
Tina.
It was coming here, correct?
She did it for Jacksonville.
Jacksonville and Orlando. And when Caitlin reached out to Jeremy, I was like, oh my gosh, for real? And oh my God, they are the sweetest and cutest couple ever.
Yeah.
Like she's so cute. I love her.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
It was, we were just so thankful to get to do this opportunity, and let me try and tell you about Banana Ball. First of all, Jesse Cole, who is like the CEO, he's the one who created this thing.
Yeah, he looks pretty young too, by the way.
I think he's in his 30s? I don't know. You think he's as old as us? You'll have to look it up while I say a few things.
I think he is.
But I mean, this guy is an absolute genius, and what he's created is a family-friendly atmosphere that is nonstop action and entertainment and fun. And it's one of the reasons it's so popular. It is still a competitive sport. These are still ridiculously talented professional baseball players who happen to work in all these other things with it. What I really love is that it's built to take. Look, here's my thought. Baseball's boring to me. Okay. Did you find it?
I believe if this is the same one, Jesse Cole is currently 40 years old. But
yeah, that sounds about right, I bet. I bet he's around that age. For me personally, I don't love baseball. It can be, they've done some things to try and make the game more exciting and interesting and speed it up some, I know. Not by not knowing. I liked it growing up, right?
Yeah.
I was a fan growing up. I was a big Roger Clemens and Boston Red Sox fans. Sorry, everyone. That's just the way that I was.
I don't dislike it. I just don't want to go to it. I've known guys that play in it all the time. I mean, just like football.
Right.
Like I go because I go with my best friend Rita.
You go for an entertainment value, not for a love of the sport or game value.
Right. And I think I've gone to a hockey game. Mm-hmm. That's fun too. But
most sports are fun in person. But you got to admit, dragging your kid, or back in the day, my mom, to a 3-hour plus possible baseball game.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Right.
So what they are creating is this, and if you've gone to minor league games, because we used to go to the Jacksonville Suns, which are now the Jumbo Shrimp. And when you go to those games, there's a lot of interactive family stuff in between innings.
Yeah.
If you've done that, take that and apply it to the entire game. Right? So nonstop, there's music playing. Nonstop, there's things going on.
There's music.
Every time a team,
unusual.
Yeah, every time a team scores, they're doing a dance, like a choreographed dance. There's so much going on, and it is so fun and it's so exciting. What also makes it so exciting is it's not the regular game of baseball.
Right.
It is in theory, but there are a dozen rules. I'm not going to go through all dozen, but a couple that stuck out that I loved. For example, you win the inning. You don't runs only matter per inning in the first 8 innings. So, for example, if in the first inning the party animals score 5 and the Loco Beach Coconuts score 2 runs, the score isn't 5-2. It's 1-0 party animals. They won the inning.
Oh yeah.
So it keeps it close throughout the entire game until the 9th inning. All runs count. But that way you keep it close. You can watch a baseball game where in the 2nd inning or something, a team could go up by 8 or 9 runs.
Right.
And that is so hard for the other team to dig back from.
Yeah.
Which for a casual fan, they're not going to love it, right?
Right.
You're like, they're not coming back from this. So, they've created it to more of an even playing field.
Yeah.
Another one I love. Foul balls caught by a fan are counted as an out.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You all of a sudden have, normally it's cool. You see a foul ball, you're like, oh, cool, maybe that guy catches it. Oh, all right. You go on your day. Now you're rooting for people.
Well, now
and when the one person caught it, everybody explodes and cheers.
Well, now I understand why everybody had baseball gloves.
Well, you have that in a regular baseball game.
I don't remember that though.
Yeah, I always took my glove to a game as a kid, hoping to catch a foul ball.
Okay.
My dad never got his seats close enough to catch a foul ball, but we were in the stadium usually. So that's a fun rule. The games are
my favorite rule was it's a 2-hour game.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Okay.
It's a 2-hour limit. Now it goes a little bit over that because we got into the last inning at the 2-hour mark, but 2 hours. Yeah. Is a pretty good time with what's going on to hold people's attention.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, they brought 2 guys out who did a belly flop contest in the middle of the field. And the one who won got to hold on to a challenge during the game where he could challenge a call as a fan. So there's just all these things. The umpires dancing, the like interacting with crowds.
Yep.
There's nonstop excitement. I mean, it's the most fun that I've probably ever had at a sporting event. Really.
It's one of those things too where we wanted to go get food and we didn't get food prior.
You don't know when to get food because you're going to miss something.
And we didn't want to.
Yeah.
So.
But
we did.
I love if I hope that this becomes a more accessible sport because again, right now it is so popular that there are lotteries involved and they're selling things out.
Well, one thing I think is really, really cool too is that I don't understand because it doesn't matter where you are in the stadium, if I am correct. Like over at World of Sports, there was a lawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where you could be there. Every ticket's $35.
Yeah, it's somewhere around that. Like let's say this, every ticket is affordable for a family.
Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, for me and Jeremy was $70. And I mean, that is just...
How do you beat that?
I know.
For 2 hours
amazing.
of nonstop entertainment and fun.
And it's so cool.
Yeah.
I was telling Caitlin, it was super neat because my first salon ever was scissors. And Angel Blankenship is a friend of mine that had an older brother and he was married. And of course his wife had a mom and that is who she told me to talk to. Well, they had children. They had 3 children. They ended up having 2 boys and a daughter. And the oldest son that I met, and I don't know if he would remember me if I ever saw him. But he is actually in Texas and on the Texas Tailgaters.
Yeah,
and I remember
so cool.
growing up that he was like a baseball player and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool. So to know that he is, and just a great kid.
And that's one of the banana ball teams.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Texas
like,
Tailgaters.
I was like, now I kind of want to go see more. And this was really fun. I want to do this. I want to do this with Tina.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. I hope it gets to a point where it is a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
Like a minor league baseball game. The popularity is just through the roof right now.
Yeah.
And Jesse Cole, again, who runs this thing, is brilliant. He'll stay after every single game and sign autographs. He is there. He was there. He can't be at every single game, obviously, because there's I think 8 teams but he's there. He's interacting with the crowd. He's going into the crowd. He's every 3rd inning, he's coming out and leading something on the field. He is involved in every single aspect.
Speaking of that, did you see? So we got there and it was raining, unfortunately. So thank God we were able to go into the covered
the
arena area.
Yep.
And they had a lot going on in there and it was really cool to wait it out. And then they did push it back.
We got basically an hour pushback.
About an hour pushback. But we weren't in there yet before they made everybody leave the stadium. So I think people were in the stadium. They have to cover the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was one of the ones that ran out there in the rain, covering with all. I just think that's really cool. Like you said, like Jeremy said, he's not just part of it. He's literally covering. Yeah. The Disney.
He's getting his hands dirty.
Yeah, he really.
I'm going to make a bold statement. Maybe not. He is doing for baseball and maybe in the future other sports what Walt Disney did for theme parks. He saw an opportunity to make something that is family friendly, affordable. And you can say whatever you want about Disney being affordable now, obviously. Yeah. Walt's not a part of that, but they wanted to create something that they could take a family to, that they could afford, that they could be entertained, that the kids are going to enjoy like Legos from 0 to 99 has an opportunity to enjoy it. And that's what he's created. My other comparison, if you're familiar with the Harlem Globetrotters, this is kind of that, but in baseball form in many ways. And these, again, are extremely ridiculously talented professional baseball players. You will see guys do backflips while catching a pop fly, or catching a grounder at second base and throwing a guy out between their legs to first. It's absolutely nuts. I cannot recommend it enough. If it's coming to your town at any time, try and get on the lottery, buy the tickets, take the family, friends, whatever. I don't think you'll regret it. And I don't think I don't think an ounce of you has to enjoy baseball to enjoy this.
Yeah,
100%. Which is absolutely amazing.
100%.
Good job. All right. That was to Jesse Cole and Banana Ball. But you too. You did wonderful, honey. All right. So got up on Saturday morning and I was kind of like, here's my initial thought was, hey, why don't we go over to Animal Kingdom? We actually hadn't been there in a while. We didn't cover it last weekend when we were there for the 3 nights at Fort Wilderness. And maybe we get, the ice cream, cookie dough brownie sundae sandwich thingy was kind of my thought. And then you in the morning were like, well, what are we going to do for coffee and breakfast? And I was like, well, we'll get Joffrey's when we get there. And I just remembered that Satuli Canteen now offers breakfast. We've been doing this for a little bit.
We have
not made it over there,
so
right?
Guess what?
We decided we were going to get there. We got our Joffrey's coffee, and then we headed over to breakfast. We went ahead and ordered in person. It was not busy.
Yeah.
But while I was trying to do the mobile order, it was acting up. Which was funny because then we walked in and there's a guy with a sign like mobile order.
We're like,
not today.
I know.
So what did we order over at Satuli Canteen for breakfast? They don't have a ton of items.
They don't.
But they are different from anything else you're going to find on property.
They do. They have what is called a frittata and beef. This is a vegetable goat cheese frittata with wood-fired beef tossed in chimichurri for $14.29. They also have an adult and child's cinnamon French toast with blueberry cream cheese, passion fruit anglaise, and sausage. And of course, with children's, you get a choice of milk or water, and that is $7.99. The adult portion is $12.99, and the only difference in the two is A, you don't get a drink.
Yeah.
But B, there are 2 pieces of French toast, whereas the kids has 1, and 2 links of sausage, which with the kids has 1 as well.
Yes.
So when we were standing there and going to order that, I was looking and I was like, it looks like the kids is the exact same thing, but just less. So I looked at Jeremy and I was like, are we going to split both of these together? And I'm thinking, even if I didn't split, I should probably be kind to myself and not get the adult size. And he was like, yes, very good call. And I did. And I was very happy with my choice. What else was there? I do believe there was one other thing on the adult.
There is a sausage hash that also comes with some chorizo. It's their potato hash.
Yes.
That is similar to what you can get on their lunch and dinner menu, but this has, it looked like a larger split sausage over top, and then I believe there might be some ground chorizo or something within the hash, and it comes with one of their like dressings as well. I don't think it's the chimichurri, yeah. And those are the 3 main adult items. For kids, you can also get a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, with milk, which
makes you want to laugh, but at the same time, how perfect is that for a ton of kids who are just like, I just want some cereal.
Right.
Now, I would say instead, if you have the time in the mornings, use Vacation Grocery Delivery. Yeah. Have those little boxes or cups of cereal and milk delivered to your room.
100%.
And you're going to definitely save a few bucks. We'll just say that. But what did you think of the cinnamon French toast?
I absolutely loved it.
It was really good.
I ate it just the way it was. I did see when some children sat down next to us, they ordered it. And I was like, oh, man, they got some syrup.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I went to the condiments. I was in charge of condiments while you went and found a thing. I didn't see it because I looked for it.
Oh, you did?
And I don't remember seeing the little, white little dippy packets or whatever you want to call them of it. But I may have been confused and I thought that I saw either a honey mustard or like a honey, and maybe one of those was syrup. So that's my bad.
Well, either way, maybe I should have asked. I will just point that out if you're going to get the adult or the children's. And if you want to ask, I thought it was fine without it because the blueberry cream cheese was enough to spread over top. I almost, with that being said, I almost felt like I was eating like a bagel because it was really
like a cinnamon bagel with
good.
a blueberry cream
cheese. Really good.
Yeah.
I think the syrup would have just taken it over the top and made it totally feel like a French toast style. The sausage, of course, is my favorite. I love Disney sausage.
Yeah,
so
Disney
good.
sausage and bacon. We're big fans
So
of
good.
it. I really enjoyed this. It's a nice thick cut piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's cooked well and all. And yeah, I agree with your bagel and cream cheese comparison. With that, because cream cheese can seem dry. It's the only way I can explain it.
It's
right? Does it
still-
make sense?
No.
But okay,
But
it does
okay.
to me.
Go ahead.
So I think if this was a blueberry whipped cream, it would have geared more towards the French toast taste.
Yeah,
Whereas the
maybe.
cream cheese geared it more towards the bagel taste, which
Yeah.
was perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
I also agree maybe a little drizzle of syrup would have helped, but it was not needed whatsoever. The
this
frittata
again,
and
though.
beef. So this is a vegetable frittata with a goat cheese on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good size little frittata thing. Like, it's probably 2 inches tall, I feel like.
I don't know how
2
many
to 3 inches
eggs would have
across.
been in it because it was
Multiple.
I started to say
Very much
it was
multiple,
Very
yeah.
dense, very good.
Next to it is the wood-fired beef that you can get on the lunch and dinner menu, which we love.
Yeah.
It has chimichurri on it. We didn't have a ton of chimichurri, would be my only knock. The only thing I didn't like about and then we'll talk about the flavors. The only thing I didn't like about the composition of this dish is then next to that is spring mix. Just spring mix out of a bag.
Yep.
It doesn't have any dressing on it. It doesn't have anything else with it. It was just odd. It really seemed like its simple purpose truly was to make it look like they're giving you more for a $14.29 price. What I wish they would do instead of having this spring mix, because I tried it in different ways. I was like, I'll try this non-dressed spring mix with some of the beef. It didn't add. I'll try some on its own. It didn't do anything. I wish that they'd even charge $15.29 maybe and put a little bit of their potato hash there. And I think it'd be perfect.
Okay.
You do that, this, in my opinion, is probably the best quick service plate on property.
Okay.
Even without that, the beef is outstanding.
Yes, it
I
is.
love this. It is a thin sliced, wood-fired, cooked roast beef. I would have liked a little more chimichurri on it. I just don't think we got a lot. It was like they tossed it within it. I would rather, so there wasn't a much. I think that's the way they stretch it. I would have rather had the beef and then the chimichurri just on top, more like they do when you order one of the
Right.
bowls,
So tip-
and like you get at Garden Grill.
Tip: you can ask for some on the side,
Well, we think I'll
I'm
do that
sure
next
you
time,
can.
probably.
and syrup on the side.
Yes.
So either way,
The vegetable,
doesn't hurt to ask. This is what we do.
yeah,
To help y'all out.
Oh yeah, the vegetable goat cheese frittata
was
blew
phenomenal.
my
It
mind.
was so good.
This is one of the best breakfast items I've had on property.
It's so
I'm not
good.
kidding. First of all, the frittata on its own was really good.
Yeah, it was.
It was dense but creamy and light.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had little chunks of potato in it. Potentially, it was either potato. I don't think it was onion, but like it was nice, soft, yet somehow dense eggs. But this goat cheese on top and the saltiness and the cream, this thing was insane.
Yeah.
I told Rhonda I would love you to be able to go to like certain snack carts throughout and just get this. Just this frittata with the goat cheese.
That'd be too hard. That's
it
why they
would
have
be.
the
I
pancake
know.
thing that has
I
them
know.
all
yeah,
around.
that has like the guava in it,
Yep.
which is okay. But
Yep.
I loved this.
Mm-hmm.
I will go back to Animal Kingdom on purpose now just for breakfast here at Satuli Canteen.
That's
Like
fair.
if it's one of those days where we're like, yeah, what are we thinking of doing today? I don't really know. Okay, well, while we decide, let's go get breakfast at Animal Kingdom. And being pass holders and lucky enough to have car on property, we can drive there, we can park, we can get it, and we could get out. And, and it would be worth it to me. That's how good this thing was. So all the praise in the world for Satuli. And I'd been hearing wonderful things about this place. I'm glad we finally got to try it. So next up, because John Self himself is the hardest working dude in the food blogging business, sometimes he has to make tough decisions. And sometimes that decision is to not get an opportunity to go to Animal Kingdom and do some of the new Bluey foods because he needs to go cover something else. And that's what happened. And so when we were here, I sent him the photos, said, hey, we finally had the breakfast here. And he was like, are you doing some of the Bluey foods? He's like, I didn't get a chance to do them. And I was like, well, we are now because we want to support him because of
100%.
how much he writes for us and supports us.
Absolutely.
Like it really is insane what he does for us. So I was like, we will do it. And he's like, all right, he said, I know, you got to watch money sometimes when you're doing all this stuff. He said, if you need to skip pretzels over at Isle of Java, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be better for your wallet. We was like, you know what? We're going to do it anyway.
Well,
So-
they're pretzels, and Jeremy loves a
I
soft
do love a
pretzel.
soft pretzel.
So
over at Isle of Java, which is right there next to Flame Tree, it's on the left as you are entering into the old Dino Land, which, by the way,
That's
show building for
crazy.
the Encanto boat ride is up. We can see them working on parts of the carousel.
Yeah.
Like they're doing. I just saw photos earlier from BioReconstruct on Twitter, aerial shots of them forming out the Mayan temple where Dinosaur was for the Indiana Jones ride.
Wow.
They're moving along.
That's
but
amazing.
we got pretzels. Now we are not Bluey people. I have watched a few episodes. It is an absolutely incredibly brilliant and amazing show.
Yeah.
I just haven't sat down and watched a bunch of it. I don't know the lore and all the thing around it.
No.
So I don't know what pretzels exactly are.
Me
But
neither.
here, they're soft mini pretzels with homemade cheese sauce and a blueberry mustard sauce for $15.99. That is $15.99.
$16.
I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. Well, how many did we count?
There were like
Almost 20.
I think there were 18 pretzel
Yeah.
bites.
I
So
think there was almost 20.
way to back up the
pieces.
price.
Yes.
Whether it's worth it or not in flavor doesn't really matter because of the amount that they're giving you. I was very impressed. You know,
Yeah.
what are we paying? $5, $6 for a Mickey pretzel?
Okay.
This was easily two and a half Mickey pretzels worth. And to me, these are actually a better bite because of the smaller and the thickness and the way that they're done. So I don't think the price is completely insane based on what they give you, which is also these two sauces.
Yes. Okay. So the cheese sauce is, like he said, homemade. So when I was getting the pretzels, the blueberry mustard sauce, the sweet cast member Cara, Cara, was explaining that she found that mixing the cheese and the blueberry sauce together is just so good. So she gave me an extra cup. I got a spoon to mix this and have it. First of all, I smelled the blueberry mustard sauce and I should not have done that. I did not like it because it's blueberry and all of a sudden you just smell mustard. And it just, I don't know, it was very strange.
Don't smell things, Rhonda.
Yeah, apparently.
Did you ever learn when you were like college age, somebody hand you a shot?
Well,
you never smelled a shot.
When you were drinking, always handed me one of your like bourbon drinks that I think is disgusting.
Don't smell it.
And I always smelled it. And I was like, that's disgusting. Anyways, I made the mistake of smelling it and I was like, oh God. But tasting, well, let me start with the homemade cheese sauce first because this is, want to end on a good note. The cheese sauce, we couldn't put our hands or fingers on it of like what was the main component or whatever besides cheese, but it didn't taste like a beer cheese. It didn't taste to me like a cheese you have with pretzels.
Right, it wasn't the plastic cheese. I would have preferred the regular plastic cheese.
It was
I
almost
didn't love it.
queso-y like without being case. I don't know.
Something was off. I didn't love the cheese sauce.
We didn't. No, I didn't either.
No.
It might have been good with chips, but with these pretzels, for some reason it just didn't hit right. The blueberry mustard sauce barely tasted mustard, period. It was so good. I really, really like this. Mixing the two together, because she explained it almost like a goat cheesy, like blueberry.
Yeah, like you'd have on a
thing.
charcuterie board. She said. It's almost like I didn't get that.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I mixed it. I tried it twice because I always, do 2 bites. No.
Agreed.
I personally, I would get this again. Absolutely. Because you'd have almost 20 pieces and those weren't next to each other. They were literally just kind of piled up on top of each other.
Yeah, it was a ton of pretzel bites.
And then I would just use the blueberry mustard sauce and that's what I would eat them with because they were so good with it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
So I tried the blueberry mustard sauce because Rhonda assured me that it really didn't have a mustard flavor.
Really
and she was right. To me, it tasted like a blueberry sauce. I personally didn't love the cheese sauce. And while I thought the blueberry sauce tasted good, I personally didn't think the salty sweet combo worked here. I didn't think the pretzels worked with it. They didn't not work. They just didn't work.
I liked it.
I think that if these were cinnamon sugar pretzels, they would have been pretty good with the blueberry sauce. I thought mixing them together, as sweet as as Cara was, I would like to question her about some choices in her life because I don't think it worked any way whatsoever. I would not personally get these again because I would be paying $16 just for a whole lot of pretzel bites because I'm not going to do either of the sauces. The pretzel bites were good. We had about 5 or 6 left over. We took them in a cup. I ate them on the way home. Mm-hmm. They were good, but I just don't think there's a need to spend $16 for a tub of pretzel bites.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, I would
get them again because I did like the blueberry sauce.
And I do think if you're sitting down with like a family of 4 or a group of 4, for $16, this is a great splittable snack. You know, if you do like the sauces, even if you don't, you're getting a good amount of pretzels. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything really wrong with that. For me personally,
I wouldn't
do it again.
Well, I wouldn't split this even if you weren't eating the sauces.
You'd probably just go get pretzels.
Exactly.
Mickey pretzels. Then that's fair.
I would.
You go get 2 or 3 Mickey pretzels and do it if you're eating the sauces.
If you're eating the blueberry mustard sauce.
You're right.
And you might like the cheese sauce.
Yeah, no, some people might. We just didn't prefer it, you know.
Correct.
But again, you know how many people don't like the plastic cheese sauce? So they might love this.
Correct.
I love the plastic cheese sauce. So that's just forming your own opinion out of that.
Yeah. Anyways.
It works.
Anyways.
Next, at Pizza Safari, they have a couple new items. One of those being a Bluey sipper. So
but it's not cute. It's like the one from Rainforest.
I don't like when it's just the character on top of basically a clear vessel. I wish it was a regular like sipper. But if you do have kids that are listening in the car, kids, ask your parents. Tell them you need this. Go ahead and get it. It's like $22.79. Comes with a soda. One of the other things they have we did not get was the Wackadoo Fruit Freeze. So it's a frozen twist on Bluey's beloved fruit salad made with simply fruit punch and garnished with fruit salad for $6.79. What this is frozen simply fruit punch. And then they put like a grape on top, a little piece of melon, a little piece of pineapple.
There's a lot of like little fruit on top.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
We decided for the Bluey's berry lemonade because at least they were kind of mixing something up. This is frozen Minute Maid lemonade, and I love the Minute Maid lemonade myself. But it had blended with flavors of blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, raspberry, and I think chuckberry because there was every berry you could imagine there. For $6.79.
Making that up, but there was a lot of berries.
On top of this frozen concoction was a bunch of sugary like sprinkles, the little circular ones in different colors. And then there was a little piece of candy in there, like a little flower or something as well. What did you think of the Bluey's berry lemonade? It was a great, refreshing. Yeah.
And not too sweet, but not like,
shockingly not too sweet
and not something that like is so like, you're like, oh, it's so refreshing because it's like on the lighter end. It's just refreshing because it's frozen.
Yes, correct.
And it was very hot outside.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I would get this one again.
Yeah.
And
I would too.
Yeah. And you're not going to pick, it definitely just combines as an overall mixed berry flavor, of course, because of all the berries in it, which I thought is good. If all of a sudden all you taste is blueberry or raspberry, then they're not doing their job of mixing them together instead of just creating one kind of great berry flavor. So they got a little treat here. Mm-hmm. This is fairy bread cake. Now, not being Bluey fans, we don't really understand what that means.
Yeah.
But this is vanilla birthday cake dipped in white chocolate and rainbow sprinkles with raspberry dipping sauce for $5.19. Mm-hmm. What should this be called for that more people may be familiar with and should be sold at EPCOT, Rhonda?
The look and everything, it should be cake toast.
This should be cake toast. Disney.
So, I know.
Make cake toast.
Disney.
It could be this exact same thing, honestly.
It really
sell it
kind of could
at
be.
a little stand right outside as you exit Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah.
You will make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not that you need it, but you will.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this and how would you explain it? Because your description of it is so perfect.
It's cake pop.
Yep.
It is a vanilla birthday cake pop.
Yeah.
It's, the chocolate on the outside, just like a cake pop. You bite into it, and it's got that soft center vanilla-y, moist, creamy cake.
Yep.
It's not fluffy like cake. It's a cake pop without a stick in it.
Yeah. And a good one.
Really good. It was really good.
Good. I really enjoyed this. I would get this again.
I would, 100%. I almost got one to take home to Lacey. But we weren't sure if we were going 100% straight home. And then he was like, no, let's just
won't
not.
last. Yeah.
We might the next time, like if we go and then come back, maybe,
Sure.
But yeah. And then I looked up what a regular cake pop is at Starbucks, and it is like $3.65.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it is a good half piece of like triangle toast.
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. I'd say it's the size of a piece of toast cut in half.
Yep.
It's a triangle. We're keeping the triangle size.
And probably
Inch thick.
an inch thick.
Good chocolate. Like I loved it. I really did.
It was really good. But what I think I thought, and I think this would have been better, is if it was wrapped in the chocolate like that, and the cake inside was like more of cake and like toast type thing.
Well, yeah, like a regular baked cake, not formed into
And
cake
then
pop.
But with maybe some blue, we were saying for the cake toast, some, because Drax is blue, like some blue like icing or something in between to kind of hold that together. And then and I mean, it being a cake and toasted, because you can do that. You could probably toast it and then cut it up and then and it'd be cake toast.
Yeah. I was thinking
I feel
what
like
you
it'd be
could
very simple.
What you could almost
Maybe
do
not.
too is basically take similar to what the French toast is that you had. Mm-hmm. And there's your toast portion. Then use a nice thick buttercream icing to layer the whole, you know what I mean? So you're getting that part of cake. You're getting the part of, like, that could almost be cake toast. And you could even layer. You could use, but I agree, like you were saying, you were talking about the little Debbie treats.
Yeah.
I think you could do something similar to that where it actually is the layered cake inside. Yeah. The only thing that makes this like toast or bread is the shape and the look of it.
100%.
But it'd be interesting to figure out a way to actually combine the flavors of cake and toast for an EPCOT treat, I guess. But I thought it was great. I thought they did a wonderful job with these. Obviously it's very popular. Bluey is insanely popular.
All I know is like when Cassidy and Lacey were young, they would say all the time, the like whistling, and then you put your lips together and blow.
Oh, Bluey. Yeah.
And that's all I really know. And then
you need to watch.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. And they always have a message. They, like it's such a fabulous show. I think it's cool, that they brought this here. We joined the 10 a.m. virtual queue because they're doing a virtual queue. By the time you hear this episode, the virtual queue is over and it's standby, so we're not going to really talk much about it. For you to go out to Conservation Station and see the Bluey show, our queue was called after we left. It wasn't called till 12:50 when we joined the 10 a.m.
They were calling.
I thought it'd be around 1 or so. So we didn't get a chance to experience it, but we will go experience it here in the future. Just for those that can't get out to it and you want to know if it's worth it, especially if you got a Bluey loving kid or family or whatever it may be. That is all we have for this episode. Again, can't urge you enough. Go out, find the new Main Street Magic community. Go ahead and join. We really want to rebuild and could use the support. It is such a wonderful community. People are coming in, introducing themselves. It's just, we're absolutely blown away by the support. So thank you for that. Subscribe to the email list at mainstmagic.com. Hit subscribe if you want brand new episodes every single Tuesday and Friday. And of course, Rhonda and I would be very thankful if you could please leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got, and we'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.